Good morning, and thank you for joining me. Blessings to you, ahum, to you, and to yours. And today we're going to talk more in depth about the Three of Pentacles, or the Three of Coins, or the Three of Gold. It's a beautiful card deck. The Spanish tarot is just beautiful, simple, but takes you to where you want to go. Um, the Three of Gold, or the Three of Coins, talks about experience, competence, and professionalism at work, and how these three components can actually produce good results. The Three of Coins, however, also tries to suggest something else. And it depends again on what's around it. It wants to indicate that it's time to believe in teamwork. The time has finally come in your life to where you have to learn that you have to come together uh, and truly try to be present in the experience that you're going to gain by working together with a good team. Um, it tells you that in order for you to be able to really thrive and get yourself out there into the war zone of the daily battles, um, you need a team. Basically, you need a team. The card is telling you, hey, listen, because of the type of work that may be coming, or you're trying to finish, if you have more bodies, more synergy, um, it's going to give you a better result. Now, one of the things you're going to learn by working together in a group is that everybody has a unique and irreplaceable um, talent and gift to offer. And in turn, you have your talents and gifts to offer them. So there is your give and take. And the card is telling you, depending where it falls, that this may be the case. For whatever endeavor it may be, though, it's not only at work, but something that also could require work as an energy, because work is energy. Okay, you work, that's energy. It takes energy, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. Okay. When you share ideas, good thoughts, recommendations, and they come from the heart, and you know that it's going to be good for the workplace, whether it's your business or somebody else's business that you're working on, because not everybody is an entrepreneur. Not everybody's here to have the burden of having a business. Um, you start and people start. It's a group effort. How important it is to work together, and then you learn. So maybe in the future you may want to end up being an entrepreneur, but you first have to learn at the present time. It also talks about the ability to implement effective planning. Planning is everything, and when you plan correctly, you end up reaping beautiful rewards, wonderful rewards, right? But they have to come out of you in perfect order, fully energized, with lots of light, lots of love, in order for them to make a dent in this world, right? The Three of Coins suggests that all of that is absolutely possible. But that at that very moment, let's say if it goes into the work side, moment in our work and professional lives, and our work could be energetic work, spiritual work, or any other type, but then also the professional life, the best can only be achieved by cooperating with others, whether they're in this plane or in another plane. All right. This is where we journey to extract hidden treasures, uh, valuable riches in our lives, and it's good when this card comes out. It's good to heed that, see what that point of view is talking about, implement that message, and see what happens, because you're being given an opportunity to learn and grow, not only as a human being, but also to understand how the human being, how the humans have evolved, and then bring in that spiritual group effort that you're going to be joining as well. Let's talk about the Three of Pentacles in astrology. Now, again, I'm not an astrologer, but when it comes to cards, I'm able to put together what the how astrology works with them. The Three of Pentacles. I want to call it Pentacles now because I want you guys to get used to the Pentacles, coins, gold. The Three of Pentacles shows us Jupiter in Gemini, but it is being ruled by the air earth element, and that element is bringing a communication electrical energy and a very strong masculine characteristic. So you put that all together by knowing what happens with Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini, and by knowing what the air earth elements do and understanding what I'm talking about. It's not so much electric, but more spiritual, electro energy that comes in, and especially with that strong masculine characteristic, you're talking boom, right? That is what this card is talking about. So the card talks to us about honor, the power of accomplishments, the capacity to solve problems that appear on any of your roads quickly, and doing the same for your client. Okay, so whether you're and again, it depends on where this guy lands. Okay, if it lands on general, and okay, here we go, we're talking about this. Yeah, it's a general energy or a masculine energy with a plethora of electrical energy that is going to accelerate that part of the reading. Okay. When we go into the numerology side, we're talking about 39 and 87 years of age. So it's representing someone between 39 and 87 years of age. In turn, it tells us about advantageous relationships where everything will be done for love. And then there's the other hand. It's a card that indicates the rise of a social plane, something that is going to happen in your social life. Something's going to appear, something's going to bring you up socially. It could be maybe social media, maybe an opportunity to meet new people. Uh, so it's really it's a good card. All right. Three of Pentacles. When you put it in health, when you take that and it comes out on a health spread. This particular card tells us about good physical strength in a general level. Okay, nothing but good physical strength. However, it's important for if it's for you or your client to take special care not to carry excessive weight. Okay, just because excessive weight, if it's not done correctly, maybe in the gym or in circumstances that you're taking precautions, might cause, hernias, fractures, maybe with the hands, the arms, the clavicle area, just upper torso. So when you get the card, it can actually pinpoint something that has to do with, just be careful how you lift things. Be careful, maybe the job has to do with lifting something, lifting heavy objects. Well, this is a good time to turn it around and say, do you often lift heavy things? Maybe the person's about to get to move, and they're going to carry boxes and stuff. Remind them, hey, it's, make sure that you practice lifting things correctly, because you don't want a hernia or a fracture. And basically the card is even depicting where it could be hands, arms, clavicles, just the upper torso and arms, be a finger. Okay. Health, love. Let's talk about love. Three of Pentacles in love. When we're talking about love, the letter L for love. I love it. The card tells us about a mutual trust in relationships, especially romantic relationships. It shows us that there's a great energy of reproduction. And that there may be important awards, recognitions for someone in the relationship, perhaps both, a surprise, an award. In other words, something's going to come or has come or is on the works for a congratulatory energy to come through. And with that congratulatory energy comes a lot of support that you or your client are going to experience. And you can tell them, hey, what happens? Well, let's talk about it. What happens if the person is not in a relationship? Right? You're saying this and they're like, I'm not in a relationship. What do you do next? What is this card possibly telling you? Well, maybe the congratulations is going to come from someone that they're going to meet. Usually, it's a mutual trust in romantic relationships. So there may be someone that may come and step forward. You're not going to know for sure unless you see in another square that you've done on your spread, if there is someone there. Perhaps the relationship is not so much in love as a couple, but maybe a family member that is coming and you're mending a relationship with them. It is still part of the love department, not love as a relationship where it's an amorous relationship, but more of a family relationship that could come. All right. So don't fret if that happens, okay? The let's go. So we did money, we did love. Okay, let's talk about money. We have not done money with the pentacles or the gold coins. When you have when you open up the reading to the money part of that the person's probably going to ask, and some people don't. So if they don't if they don't ask for something specific, or like if they don't talk to you about, well, tell me about money, don't flood their senses. Maybe they're not ready. It When we do readings, we give a lot of answers, right? And a lot of messages. The way I do readings is the client is in control. So I tell them before our readings, write down all your questions. And then we're going to ask the spirit guide to convey the answers on the spreads. And sometimes they don't ask about money. That means that that's not what they're here to talk about. But let's think about, what would happen if we did a money spread with, and this particular card comes out among other cards, because they're going to be all around. Regarding the economic aspect, the Three of Pentacles tells us that we're going to have more honor and distinction than money. But that particular help in money is going to come in with from different sources, different avenues, different things that that we're going to be able to create that brings in money. So maybe your work is something that you're doing. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you're struggling in this time and age. Well, there's an obvious, and depending on what's around the card, maybe you need to find a job. Hello. I mean, this, I am hoping that I can do this 24/7, but I have to have a regular job in order to help my family. So in this case, this card did come out when I said, okay, something's got to give, got to get a job, get the wheels moving in the universe, and that energy moving and working and chugging, so that the laws of abundance continues to bring in more. The laws of attraction brings more in, because that is the energy I'm into. Well, this would be the same thing for your client, or for you if this card comes out for you. Okay. So if your client does tell you, hey, I'm in an economic situation, I don't know what to do, then you give them a money reading and see what card comes out. This card particularly comes out. I have no qualms telling people, get a job, get a second job, get your resume together, find something better. Okay. If they ask you, well, what's my situation at work? This particular card, depending on what's around it, tells you or tells your client that they're going to be able to find success over time in the profession that they are in. And especially if they have gotten a certificate or a diploma or a degree on something. A lot of us have that, and we're not doing the work that we went to school for, but it is going to be something close to what it is that they've learned. And it may be it might take a little more time, but it's definitely a goal and an intention that they need to really start manifesting so that it can happen. By the same token, if on that work spread or any spread, you get an ace or a king. And again, you guys know I don't read reverses. It's going to indicate that there's going to be an abundance of help and guidance, not only financially, but professionally. So they're going to meet somebody, they're going to talk to somebody, or something's going to present itself so that they can actually get that financial or professional, or maybe both. All right, if they play their cards right. I did a pun and it was intended. So, and that's always a good news. So if you see that there's an ace, if you see that there's a king anywhere, you'll be able to look at everything else and see where that and how that financial and professional help is going to come from. All right, let's talk about combinations. If you get 4 different 3s, it means somebody's going to sacrifice something. Either they're going to hear, depending on who falls in that square, there's a sacrifice. A sacrifice. No, no, no. It does not mean we're going to sacrifice anything, any animal or whatever. No. What it means is that there'll be a sacrifice of something that they like or they do, but they need to hand that off, that old energy, and bring a new energy to fill its space. If there are 3 3s from different suits, it's going to meet depending where. If it's health, home, there's going to be a sudden change. Okay, a sudden change. Something's going to happen. So it could be 3 different suits, one right after the other, and then you have, of course, your one of them is going to be your 3 of Pentacles, and then it's going to add up to 3, and then whatever's before or after or above in the first square, or if you're doing timeline, then that's where you're going to be. Okay, there's going to be a sudden change in or for, and it's going to affect whatever's around. And these are the people that are going to be part of that. And these are the situations that could be impacted. Those are all the things that you can actually read. Plus, your spirit guide that works directly with this card, that has connected with that card deck, is also going to be able to talk to you, because that person, your client's spiritual entourage, is going to be talking to yours. And there's an exchange of energy, understanding, wisdom, and help. They're trying to help you because you're trying to help their person, their human, okay, their charge. The 3 of Pentacles, when it comes with an Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and an Ace of Pentacles, it means any money that they have lost, that's coming back. They call it a fortune, but it's not really a fortune. It's just any kind of money or anything of value that they've lost at some point, or maybe they invested and thought they'd never get it back. Well, it's going to come back. All right. When you get the 3 of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups, there's a lucky marriage. I want you to open your mind. A lucky marriage to people, or a lucky marriage to a job, or a lucky marriage to a project, a lucky marriage to what? It depends on what is around it, okay? The 3 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, you're talking about a sponsorship or gift that they may receive. The 3 of Pentacles and a Page of Wands is foreign protection. I haven't really seen that much. It hasn't really come out that much, but it is possible that there'll be a Three of Pentacles and a Page of Wands, which is foreign protection. And it could be anything. It could be an otherworldly protection, spiritual protection, angelic protection, or something a little more in depth. But you're going to find out, it's really going to dawn on you when you have the full spread out. Okay. That's when you're going to say, oh, because you're going to have the story. Oh, this is going, oh, there it is. That's what this means, because you're also getting information from your muertos. The Three of Gold and the Knight of Wands. It means that you're leaving home or you're changing address. Maybe you're going somewhere else to live. Maybe it's because of work. Maybe it's because you're going to school. Maybe it's because whatever. You're leaving your home and you're changing your address. But again, it all depends on where everything falls down. So now that you've heard it all, go back and start writing your notes, okay, about these cards and how they work. One of the things that I had one of my students do, since these cards are so small, she actually glued it to a bigger white card. And what she did with that card is she wrote down the important stuff on the white of the card and also on the back with the possibilities and all of the combinations. This is good because this is something that you'll remember then after a while. When you look at that picture, you're going to remind yourself, oh, these are all the things that I remember on that card. Not only did I write it, but also I've been using it as practice because it's a lot for one card. It's a lot of information for one card. And then when you add it to different spreads for different houses, and then you have numerology, you have astrology, you have all these, you're like, okay, hold on. So that's what she did. I don't know if what she did was use I think it was an index card, a white plain index card. And I thought that was brilliant. For learning, absolutely. I think if it's something that you guys feel that you can do, do it. It's whatever is going to help you to help others. So there's no right or wrong, no good or bad. Everything is awesome. So thank you so much for joining me and for allowing me to take time away from you so that you can go through this. If you continue to like these posts, please let me know. Let me know that that way I can continue. I can finish with this particular deck, and then we can start with any other deck that you would like. And you'll see the similarities, although the Spanish Tarot deck is a different deck. There's a lot of similarities to the Rider-Waite and to the regular tarot, but not fully, not fully. Okay, so thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.